Do you think your album's going to be a big success tomorrow?
I think it's going to be, yeah, totally.
Why can you remember some of the words tonight?
Too pissed up and I'm not even rehearsed any of them and I think it's a top album.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the instances where a musician or group's public goodwill began a steep decline after on-stage incidents.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 8. Wes Scantlin. Puddle of Mudd frontman Wes Scantlin has had a vivid history of legal issues, several of which involved substances. And in 2016, the US band came to the Diamond Live Lounge in Doncaster for a gig, and it didn't go great. A topless and very hammered Scantlin slurred his way through songs and needed to be seated to stay upright. Eventually, the other band members had enough, and they walked off, leaving Scantlin by his lonesome, as the now hostile crowd turned on the singer with a load of swearing. The stage mic was soon turned off as Scantlin tried ranting and singing. Instead, a song was playing on the PA system. It was a real mess. Number 7. Lady Sovereign. Music fans can be a loyal bunch, but when an artist sullies their favour, they can turn instantly, and in 2007, that was what happened to Lady Sovereign. After supporting Gwen Stefani, she got to Studio B in Brooklyn, New York, 2 hours late after her car broke down.
What do you mean, you don't know me? Anyway.
And Sovereign insulted the size of the crowd and then went on a rant about the troubles in her life.
This is so painful to do.
The grime artist spoke about how she was only doing the gig for money as she was struggling financially and was bored of performing her own songs. The crowd turned on her and booed, causing Sovereign to leave after only 20 minutes, but not before she insulted the US. Number 6. Royal Blood.
I guess I should introduce ourselves, seeing as no one actually knows who we are.
So apparently, if you happen to be playing tunes in a genre that's not quite the main vibe of a festival, throwing a hissy fit and treating the audience like garbage isn't the best look. But that's exactly what Royal Blood decided to do at BBC Radio 1's Big Weekend in Dundee, Scotland, back in 2023. As their set was wrapping up, lead singer Mike Kerr went full hostile on the crowd.
We're having to clap ourselves because that was so pathetic.
He had the audacity to mock them for not recognising the band, which honestly sounds like a him problem, and got all bent out of shape because they weren't jumping around with excitement. The cherry on top, the duo gave everyone the middle finger as they strutted off stage. Seriously, it was bizarre. After the whole thing blew up, Kerr conveniently dropped the "it was just my stage persona" card. He claimed it was all just an act, and he was totally shocked that people got upset about it. Number 5. Oasis.
Do you think your album's going to be a big success tomorrow?
I think it's going to be, yeah, totally.
Why can you remember some of the words tonight?
Too pissed up and I'm not even rehearsed any of them and I think it's a top album.
The eventual destruction of Oasis wasn't something that occurred overnight, nor was it the result of a single on-stage cock-up. Instead, it was the opposite, a slow and cringe-worthy implosion, thanks to the combustible nature of the Gallagher siblings.
Do you think you're going to beat them with your album this time?
No, I'm not in competition anymore with a Blur and that. Blur is Blur. You know what I mean? It took them 5 years to get number 1 right.
The pair's incessant squabbling and disagreements were played up in the press during Oasis's 90s heyday, but this tension eventually spilled over into live performances as well. This was where fans' curious obsessions with Oasis's interpersonal struggles began to turn into distaste, since these same fans began experiencing poor gigs. Concerts were marred by drunken antics, slurred vocals, and subpar musical execution.
The new stuff, but I can't remember the words. What's some of the old stuff?
Yeah. That's fair enough, yeah.
Matt, are you going to leave me alone now, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Number 4. Amy Winehouse.
Okay, can I ask you something? As an audience, yeah? Don't you think they look so handsome?
It's never fun for fans to watch the slow decline of their favourite artists. Devotees of Amy Winehouse would likely give anything to hear the singer perform again, but that wasn't the case during the twilight years of her career. There were reports of fans booing the rehab singer back in 2011, when a performance in Belgrade, Serbia, became infamous for Winehouse's inability to stand, let alone sing.
We only sing of the love with words.
Society has come a long way in that short a time, and there just might have been a better support system for Winehouse had those shows occurred in the modern day. That said, there was little anybody else could do at the time with regards to the fizzling out of Amy Winehouse and her subsequent, complicated legacy. Number 3. The Sex Pistols. At the height of the Sex Pistols' popularity in January 1978, the group went on an ill-fated North American tour that would inevitably lead to the dissolving of the band. Throughout the tour, tensions within the band led to rampant infighting, and the negativity translated into their live shows.
This is no fun!
At the end of the tour, during a concert in San Francisco, singer Johnny Rotten made it clear that he was finished with the project, as he spent the set mocking the audience and barely singing along to his band's music.
Ever get the feeling you've been cheated? Good night.
The next day, he flew to New York and announced that he was leaving the Sex Pistols. The band was finished soon after. Number 2. Sinead O'Connor. Clarity is key when you're making a point.
The media, in fact, are engaging in massive breaches of human rights when it comes to how they go about writing about anyone who they either diagnose without qualification as being mental, or anyone they believe to be, actually suffering from an illness.
At the end of her infamous 1992 performance on Saturday Night Live, O'Connor ripped up a photo of Pope John Paul II and declared, "Fight the real enemy," in protest of the Catholic Church.
Of good over evil. Fight the real enemy.
While the act was O'Connor's response to various stories that had just come to light about corruption and misconduct within the institution, many viewers misinterpreted her call to action. It was instead seen as an anti-Catholic sentiment, and the backlash was brutal, with O'Connor's record sales in the US suffering considerably.
If that was all I ever did on planet Earth, that's what I'd be happy. I think it was a really important artistic, and people often forget the song it accompanied, but for an Irish female Catholic survivor of child abuse to have made such an artistic gesture.
O'Connor continued to make music and perform, but her career never fully recovered. Number 1. Eric Clapton. One of the most prolific rock musicians of all time, Eric Clapton is famous for his role in bringing the blues to Britain. Still, you'd expect that someone with such fondness for blues music would have a better grasp of its history.
Possibly the worst moment was the ride home on the bus, in the top deck of the bus with my friend, because we couldn't really talk about it. It was something had come between our friendship, and actually the friendship never recovered, to tell you the truth.
In 1976, during a concert in Birmingham, Clapton launched into a crass and hateful rant involving various racial slurs, said that all foreigners should leave England, encouraged people to vote for a far-right politician, and used the slogan, "Keep Britain White." This concert immediately sparked outrage throughout the UK, with many artists denouncing Clapton and inspiring the Rock Against Racism movement.
Own up, half your music is black. You're rock music's biggest colonialist. You're a good musician, but where would you be without the blues and R&B? You've got to fight the racist poison, otherwise you degenerate into the sewer with the rats and all the money men that ripped off rock culture with their checkbooks and plastic crap. Rock was and can still be a real progressive culture.
Which of these artists didn't deserve the backlash? Let us know in the comments.